Hey everyone, welcome back to Bald Guys with Guns. I'm Rob and I am here at Fort Manny with Jeremiah again and Stinky Pinky, as you can see. In our first video about the 7 Moses, there were some concerns in the comments about this. Same freaking hole.
Wow.
That action's kind of old. That's a really old 700 action, so you've got to manhandle it.
Yeah.
If you're gentle, it just doesn't break it for some reason. I don't
All
know.
good.
So Jeremiah mentioned in that video that the bolt was old and it needed to be manhandled, and a lot of you called pressure. Well, it turns out that there was actually something wrong with the bolt. Do you want to explain to us what was wrong with that?
Yeah, so actually, so the bolt handles on the Remington 700s, they have a problem with the cam extraction. It's basically the 45-degree ramp that hits the 45-degree ramp on the action. And when it does that, it helps break the case loose to eject it out. My bolt handle that part of it was worn completely down, and then the timing from the factory was slightly off as well. So I had my buddy at Kinport over in Pocatello, Idaho, Justin, got this done for me in 24 hours.
Wow.
Yeah, and man, does it's like a whole new gun.
So we're going to put a picture on screen of what the bolt handle with the correct cam should look like, and what his old one looked like next to it. So as you can see, that was messed up. So he's got that all fixed. So now I figured I'd come up here just to make sure that I was here on video. We're going to watch him shoot 5 rounds, and we're going to chronograph it so that you can see the same speeds as the last video, and he will be able to mess with the bolt very easily. Everything will extract, nothing will get stuck. It won't need to be manhandled. In fact, most likely he'll be able to lift it with one finger.
Yep. Now, we did change the bullet on this because I'm getting ready for the Night Force competition coming up. It is still a 180, but I'm switching over to a burger for the competition versus the 180 ELDM. So it should be running the same velocity, just with the same grain bullet, just a different bullet.
Somewhere between 2850 and 29?
It should be right around 2860.
60? Okay.
Right about where I kind of want it for the match.
So pay attention as he manipulates the bolt handle and everything when he's shooting. It will prove that what he said before was true, that he had a bad bolt, and that now that it's fixed, everything's fine. There's no pressure. We just don't want you guys to be too concerned about pressure. We know this is a Wildcat round, and that is one of the biggest concerns people have. But we're just wanting to show you that that's not what the case was. So, you ready to start shooting?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
Do you want to shoot it, or would you like me to shoot it?
Why don't you shoot it? And do the whole one finger thing, and
all right,
we'll,
that sounds good.
I mean, I'll maybe save me 2.
Okay, yeah, that works.
I'm gonna set this here.
Yeah, absolutely. I probably should start bringing the magazine out. All right. All right, here we go. We're gonna go the upper right. All right, one finger. All right. That was 2876.3.
Here, let me bring the camera over
All right.
and just show that real quick.
Absolutely.
$28.76.
All right. 2871.7.
Again with the velocity, 28, let's see.
Kind of hard to see, huh?
Yeah, 2871. Yeah, they should see that.
All right, we'll do one more, then I'll let you send a couple here.
Okay.
$28.73.
All right, I'm gonna set the camera down on the tripod now while I shoot, and you guys will see me do the same thing here.
Top row, right one as I'm going at right now.
Okay. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit on the gun so that you can see me manipulate the bolt a little better. All right. Oh yeah, the microphone was over here.
Yep.
Hopefully you guys heard that, but I'm now on the gun. I zoomed in so you guys can see me manipulate the bolt. Camera's on the tripod, so. Which one did you say you aimed for again?
Upper right. Very top row, the cider row, and then the right side.
Okay. I got you. Okay. Yeah, much easier than the last time I was here.
Yeah. It helps when you have some mechanical force on that extraction.
I don't know, guys. I feel like we know what we're doing, to the commenter that said we didn't.
Right.
Oh man, that shoots so good. I mean, it just opens so easily.
How was your velocity on all that?
2874. It looks like our max was 2876, min 2871. We need to show that on camera.
Yeah, that's gonna be
That was 6 shots.
6 shots. That's gonna be like an SD of 2, maybe 3.
So
Do you know how to go to that on there, Dustin?
Yeah.
we've got an ES of 4.6 that's showing on the screen right now. 6 shots. SD of 1.7.
Yeah, we got it right there.
Yep, it's right there on the
yeah.
top. So, here, let me put this back on the. I'm trying to not do any cut scenes. I want you guys to see everything without any cuts, so you don't think anything was manipulated. So, again, hopefully that satisfies some of your guys' concerns. That it was really a bolt problem. It wasn't just some excuse to try to get out of it. Everything's running great. There's no pressure signs whatsoever.
I mean, look at that. Look at that. They're perfect.
Yeah. Here, let me see if I can. Let me take one of those. I'll show you the. Let's see if we can get a good view on the primer there. Like, primer looks great. The other thing I wanted to mention is I know that there's been mention of pressure signs not always showing due to like the Ackley shoulder and stuff. But here's the thing, guys. If you look at the Hornady manual, the Hornady manual has a section in there about pressure, and it says check for heavy bolt lift, check for craters, check for ejector swipe. Yep. We're not getting any of those things with this rifle, with this Wildcat round. You can go through the whole list that Hornady has, and none of that stuff is showing up. Even if the Ackleyized shoulder were to hide some of it, there would still be signs within the rifle, and we're just not seeing any of them. And with how easy that bolt lifts and is manipulated, I don't know what else to tell you guys. Hopefully that helps with some of your concerns, and I know that until we actually get it pressure tested for real, some of you won't be satisfied. But remember, we only had computers and stuff to do pressure testing like 30 years ago, maybe. before that, this is how it was done, and it's just, you know.
Exactly. I tell you, that bolt handle made this gun, like, it came alive. Like,
You have a lot more faith in this gun now, huh?
oh boy, like, you know, nothing more embarrassing than going to a match and you have to smack your bolt pretty hard. You know, it's
Well, I mean, that cam on there was super.
It's crucial.
It was, I mean, it was eaten up.
Yeah.
That was the first time I'd ever seen something like that.
Yeah, I've had that happen on one other Remington 700. It was a short action. And again, Justin out in Pocatello, he replaced that for me, and it brought the gun to life, like, big time. Extraction was phenomenal. So just having that confidence when you're in a match where you're not gonna have to worry about any kind of stuck case is night and day difference.
Well, hey, thanks for having me out here again.
Absolutely.
Thanks for getting your bolt fixed so fast. I know you were planning on getting it fixed anyway for Night Force coming up, but guys, we really hope that helped. I really wanted to come up here and show you that what he was saying wasn't just BS, and that he wasn't trying to put on a show or anything like that. He prides himself in honesty and transparency here. And so we just really wanted to bring that to light for you guys. But yeah, so thanks for watching. Always remember, only the most beautiful scalps are bald, and we will see you next time. Oh wow, that was way off.